So today we're going to be talking about, should you invest in Bitcoin? Is it too late to get on this Bitcoin train and make some explosive gains like people are seeing? So let's go ahead and talk about that, guys, and I'm kind of doing it in a different perspective. So what I'm doing is I'm making a list of 7 things here, okay? And if any of these 7 scenarios apply to you, then you should absolutely not be buying Bitcoin. Now, before you guys jump down my throat here, I just want to say it doesn't matter what you put here. It doesn't matter if we're talking Bitcoin, the stock market, real estate. I don't care what you put here. You shouldn't invest in anything if you fall under any of these scenarios, especially higher risk and speculative investments like Bitcoin. Now, I'm not talking about some kind of passive investment like investing in index funds or blue chip stocks. Maybe if you're doing some of these things on this list, you could still do that. But Bitcoin is a very high risk and speculative investment with high volatility. It is not something for beginners. So let's go ahead and go over this list, guys. And if you are not falling under any of these 7 scenarios, then maybe you will decide to buy Bitcoin. But number 1, if you're trying to buy Bitcoin because the mailman said he doubled his money, don't buy Bitcoin, okay? The only reason you're buying it is because somebody told you that they made money with Bitcoin, okay? You have no idea why they made money. You have no idea what Bitcoin is about, what cryptocurrency is about. If your only reason for buying it is because someone you know told you they made money, then don't buy Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency. Number 2, if you want to get rich and quit your job, if your goal is to buy Bitcoin, become a millionaire, and then quit your 9-to-5 job, you're living in the clouds, guys. That is never going to happen. You're not going to be able to buy Bitcoin now and be able to quit your job. And I know a lot of people are running cryptocurrency and Bitcoin ads and things related to that are saying, oh, you know, do this and then you're gonna be able to quit your 9-to-5 and fire your boss. It's like, dude, that's complete bullshit. Nobody is going to invest in your ICO and then quit their job as a result of that. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But the sad thing is, it actually works. And some people believe that shit, and I can't believe it. So if that's your reason for investing, and it doesn't matter what, guys, if it's real estate or whatever, if it's Bitcoin, if your reason for investing is to quit your 9-to-5 next week, it's not going to happen, all right? If your goal is to retire earlier, yeah, that's realistic. That is just not a realistic goal, and that should never be your reason for investing. Number 3 is if a trusted source guarantees you returns. And what I mean by that is some Facebook ad, or some exchange offering you 1% interest every day on your money. If anyone's guaranteeing you a return of any kind, understand there are no guarantees with this. There's no guarantees with any investment, okay? There's risk out there, there's lower risk and higher risk investments, and if you are somebody who's not comfortable with risk, you can go lower risk and have a better shot or a better guarantee or closer to what would be a guarantee, but there's no such thing as a guarantee. So if anyone out there is guaranteeing you profits or returns from any cryptocurrency or any investment, don't invest for that reason. There is no such thing as a guarantee. Number 4 is if you can't afford to lose the money. And it's sad because actually Jeremy from Financial Education pointed this out. One of the most popular searches around Bitcoin right now is how to buy Bitcoin with a credit card. Guess what? If you're buying Bitcoin with a credit card, you can't afford Bitcoin. Don't buy it. If this is money you're going to need to pay your mortgage, if this is money you're going to need to buy Christmas gifts for people or whatever, or if this is money you don't even have that you're borrowing at a 25% interest rate from your credit card company, you're out of your mind. Don't do that. Do not invest in Bitcoin if it's money that you can't afford to lose. If you got a couple $1,000s rolling around and you don't care if you lose it, then sure, throw it into Bitcoin, throw it into some speculative investment. That's the time when you would invest in something like this, is if it's money that you can afford to lose. Number 5 is if your only interest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is the money. If you don't care about Bitcoin and blockchain technology and the possible implications, and all you care about is making money, then you should not invest in Bitcoin. That would be like investing in a stock and you don't care about the company, you only care about the fact that, oh, I think it's going to make me money. What's going to happen as soon as you're down on that investment? You're going to sell as quickly as you can. It's going to result in you making an emotional decision with your investment. You at least want to have some level of interest in anything you invest in, and if you have no interest in Bitcoin, no interest in blockchain technology, then you should have no interest in being an investor in this stuff, all right? Number 6 is if you have never speculated before, and I'm going to add to that as well, if you have never invested before, then you should not go anywhere near Bitcoin, all right? You need to get some experience under your belt. You need to play around with some index funds or blue chip stocks before you then have at that point, you have experienced volatility, you have experienced loss, and you understand what it's like to be an investor. This is very volatile stuff here we're talking about, guys. And a lot of people would say, you know, what are you going to do? Invest $100 in some blue chip stock? I mean, you could. I know a lot of people have had explosive returns with Bitcoin this year, so everyone is so interested in it. And I mean, if you want to do it, if this is money that you can afford to lose, you can just lose that money, and you've never invested before, then yes, go ahead and throw it into Bitcoin, but do not allow your experience with Bitcoin to sway your decisions when it comes to future investments. Because first of all, a lot of people that have made explosive returns are forever going to be expecting that to happen every time. And second of all, if you do lose a lot of money, don't think that's going to happen if you invest in things like index funds or blue chip stocks, because it's a totally different animal, all right? So don't allow your experience with Bitcoin to sway your investing decisions. Number 7, the final reason would be if loss and volatility scare you or keep you up at night, okay? If you're going to be checking the price of Bitcoin and seeing the price go up and seeing the price go down, and at the same time your emotions are going to go up and then back down, then stay away from this. You're not someone who has high risk tolerance, and you should not be investing in anything with high volatility. Bitcoin has crazy volatility. You should not go anywhere near it. I just want to restate this, guys. This is not just about Bitcoin. This is anything you're investing in. If you fall under any of these 7 scenarios, you should not be investing in something high risk and speculative like Bitcoin. But yeah, so I hope that helped you guys answer this question of whether or not you should invest in Bitcoin. The main reason people are interested right now is because FOMO has been triggered, or the fear of missing out. Everyone's afraid that they missed out, so they want to jump on a train that's already moving, and who knows where that train's going at this point. A lot of the people, in my opinion, a lot of the money that was there has already been made. Most of the money to be made in Bitcoin was made a couple of years ago, or even earlier this year when people bought it. Right now, it's anyone's guess where prices are going. So that's what I think, guys. That's my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to be notified of future uploads. And as always, I thank you for taking the time to watch this video.